What's going on, y'all? It's the Saucy Sock here with another video, and in this one, we're going to be doing another top 100 inside the mine. Basically, the point of these videos is for y'all to kind of see what I think about when I'm playing in terms of how I run my offense and my defense. As you can see, my record right now, 1,239 wins, 235 losses. Win percentage is at 84, so that's pretty good. Am I the best player in the world? Absolutely not, but I do think that I win enough games to be able to share some valuable information to y'all, and hopefully you guys can incorporate some of what I do into y'all's games as well. Now, I try to play the game the right way. I don't try to cheese by hovering over the lineman and try to get a cheese blitz to come in or spam loot blitzes or anything like that. Not that there's necessarily anything wrong with that. I mean, especially if you play cut, I feel like you kind of got to do that stuff to compete just because of the just the state of how this game plays. But I'm going to try to teach you guys that you can win games without spamming cheese stuff. And I'm going to rock with Texas in this video. So be sure to leave a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you enjoy this kind of content. And then I'll also check out my first episode that I did with this. I'll put a link somewhere on the screen right now. But I'm going to go ahead and hop into a game, and I'll see y'all once the game starts. All right, y'all, we're in a game right now against Arkansas. This is just the kickoff screen. I go ahead and set my adjustments like so. I like to run my flats at 10, curl flats at 25, hooks at 10. Option defense, I'm conservative. I leave everything else the same. So we're going to be starting with the ball here. I'm going to do my depth chart too, and y'all can see, like, I'll even show y'all how I do my depth chart and what I look for. Not just with Texas, but with any team. So hopefully this guy gives us time to set a depth chart up, and he's not. So I'm going to put Manning in the game just so I get more speed at quarterback. I'm going to get all my fast receivers in. The first three slots right here. Cornerback, I'll get my fastest corners on the outside, and I'll put this guy who's a really good, has really good coverage abilities in the slot. I'll put a 96 overall or 96 speed safety in the game as well. Now Texas does have a bunch of quick jumps, so I try to get them all in the game as well. Gullet has platinum quick jump. Trey Moore is going to be on the other end with gold quick jump. As far as linebacker goes, if you have a high overall linebacker, even if they don't have much speed, leave them in just because they have that play recognition, which is huge. And then I'll put Muhammad here in the slot with these great coverage abilities. So we're going to go ahead and start off on offense here. Now, I'm not good with Texas's playbook at all. Typically, if you're trying to run a offense that you're not familiar with, also put your ball carrying on conservative. You'll fumble the ball if you don't trust me. You want to start off by at least trying to establish some kind of run game. So we'll see what we can do here. He spread his line, so that's good for us. So we'll just get a nice little 17-yard run up the middle there. And look, if you can get away with running the ball, you need to stick to running the ball. Don't put the ball at risk if you don't have to. Running the ball is just the easiest way to run an offense, in my opinion. If it works, you don't want to change it. We'll go back to another draw play here. And just like that, we get another 6 yards. Easy peasy. You don't have to overcomplicate things. I run very simple stuff with my offense until I can't. This play here, we're going to call an RPO. Now, I think Blue's already starting to get a little bit of wear and tear, so we'll see how he holds up. I'm going to look for this bubble to be. I have the numbers on that right side there, so I should be able to throw this without much of a problem. Which we do. Try to put a move, make a guy miss, and we make a miss, and we are off for a touchdown. So it's easy stuff, you know what I'm saying? You don't have to sit out here and try to put 5 hot routes on the field to move the ball on offense. I promise you, if you could just look at key things with, like, how light is the box? Can I run against it? If the run's working, you know, can I stick with it? And then look for simple stuff like RPOs just to get a good gauge of what your opponent's trying to do on defense. Really, the first drive, offensively and defensively, is feeling out what your opponent's doing. And so yeah, I mean, like I said, very, very simple stuff to start the game here, and we scored. So obviously, I'm going to set my my substitutions in here, make sure I got guys in the right spot. Trey Moore has gold quick jumps. I want to make sure he's on the end over here. Now I do run 3-4 odd with both Georgia and Texas now. I feel like I run this defense pretty well. I'm always shelling into a coverage. You can look at the bottom. I'll go between 0, 2, and 4. But the only time you guys will ever see me run double mug is versus empty, and here's why. Empty, you always have 5 blockers no matter what. So I'm just like running mid blitz right here is a guaranteed way to get 6 guys to come in at the fastest. I usually put 2 blues on the outside. They'll play any kind of slot fade well. And he's going to get a false start because he's trying to make too many hot routes. So typically when they know I'm blitzing and they're in empty, I'm looking for zig routes. So I'm going to press, shade outside, and I'm going to put blues over the top so they'll play any kind of slot fade better. Now, obviously, I'm very vulnerable to anything underneath to the outside guys. So I'm going to set up my defense as so, shade outside. We'll see how he runs these zigs. I did forget to press. That's a very questionable read. We should be picking that off, but we don't. So we'll see how long he stays in empty. I'm going to press, make sure I got guys walked up on the receiver so we can get a press on the line. He is setting hot routes, so should give us some time. I'm going to look for a zig, which there is one. He tried to look to the right. We actually bagged up that zig pretty well on the left. So I might do something like this now, just so I can take away these zigs. Oh, I messed up here. We'll see how this looks. Might get burn on this, which we don't, and we get an easy pick. Really, this is the only time you'll see me run double mug is against empty. I'm not a double mug spammer, but I will run it if someone only is going to call a set where you can only block 5 people. Now, if he was to come out in any other set that wasn't like empty, then I'm not running double mug. I'm running 3-4. So right here, I feel like I could try to take a shot. He could be running some sort of man, so I'm gonna zig to the left here. I don't know if he's blitzing. We'll see. Yeah, he's running some kind of 5-man blitz. I tried to sneak that one in. Sometimes I like taking shots like that. If I have like a significant advantage, like if I have the lead and I get the ball back, it's not a bad idea to try to take a shot. Just be careful you don't do anything stupid and you know, put them right back in the game, which I honestly almost did there. So this is a good route combination here. I have a tight end clearing out for the crossing route right here, and then I have a Texas route if that's not open. I'm not really looking at my left side with the curl and the flat. Worst case scenario, if everything's bagged up, I will take a look over there, but we'll have the crosser here, so I don't even have to worry about it. And there he goes, another easy 6 points. It's just simple stuff like that. The only reason like I'm comfortable with that route combination is because I've ran it hundreds and hundreds of times, so I can like tell. Like when my crosser's crossing the field, I'm looking at the right side of where he's going, and I'm seeing where that flat defender is. And like pretty early on, I can tell if that crosser's going to come open or not. Now, in a situation where it looks like that crosser's about to be played pretty well, I will look to my Texas route pretty early. And if that's bagged up, then I'm either looking to scramble or dump it off or look to the left. So we're going to see if he comes out empty again. I really hope he doesn't. Just so I can showcase some other parts of my defense. I don't want y'all thinking that I'm some double mug spammer because I'm really not. Let's see what it comes out in. I just don't see how you stay in empty after getting bagged up every play. Even if he does come out in empty, I'll probably come out in 3-4 just to show y'all that like you can play defense. Yeah, like some dudes are just empty demons. I'm gonna blitz here. There comes a zig, so we'll end up probably taking that away, and I'll show y'all what I do to take these away. We'll see how good he is at making reads. So right here, I can call pinch bug 0. Still a 6-man blitz, so I'll get a guy free. I'm gonna put a covered 2 on both sides right here to take away the zigs on both sides. Gotta put him in a hard flat. Yeah, see, like now my hard flat's gonna play it. Now I can drop my my flats to play it just a little bit better. And as you see here, we're gonna get a sack. I just blitz out of empty set so much, man. Like, there's no reason to sit back and let these guys make reads on you. Just blitz them. Make their first read be right. You know what I'm saying? Like, just make their first read be right every time. See, like, that's a good read there. If he would have racked that, he would have got a positive play. So here, I'm actually going to make him think I'm blitzing. I've blitzed every time, so it's not a bad idea to maybe mix up the coverage. This is going to be just your standard cover 4. Make him think I'm blitzing. I played that too late. I saw that crosser coming open, and then I just didn't play it in time. What do you run here? Yeah, see, people just like to run this verticals play. We'll come out. We'll do something like this. I'll even use this guy over here. I'll take away anything deep if I have to. Oh, God. And obviously, when you play against these mobile quarterbacks, you're going to break sacks. It just is what it is, man. Like, it really just is what it is. We'll do something like this. Oh, y'all couldn't even see what I did. I put hard flats on both sides, and then I was just going to use her in the middle, which I kind of do there. I got stuck on the line somehow. I tried to peel off. Right here, I'm just going to put hard flats on the left and the right. And then I'll shade inside to take away the inside stuff. But his first read's always going to have to be right no matter what. So, I mean, like, if he's able to move down the field on me like this, then, like, so be it, you know? This is kind of what I'm looking at right now. That's just a good read. I probably should have left him manned up, to be honest, you know, when I'm that close to the goal line. And he's kind of quick hiking me a little bit, so I do got to be careful. But I'm not really worried. He hasn't really shown me anything that he can stop me defensively, so I'm not necessarily too nervous about what he's doing. If he ends up going down the field and scoring again, that's fine. Right now, I can't pick a play. I think he's glitched out too, so that's like why nothing's happening. Like, I'm pressing the button and nothing's like happening where I can't pick a play. So eventually, it'll put us into a play. He's got to wait for this time to run out. It's a stupid glitch in the game. One of the many glitches in this game. So as long as we score here, we'll be alright. Obviously, playing against 5 wide is very annoying. It's very tough to stop, even if you do like know what you're doing defensively. It's just kind of one of those deals where you just gotta, like, he's throwing every time, but you know that, so you can, like, all it takes is just 1 or 2 interceptions. Once you kind of pick up on their tendencies of what they're trying to do, all it takes is that 1 interception. He keeps spreading his line, so he's leaving the middle wide open to run through. So we're going to keep running up the middle until we can't. I'm going to mix in a speed option just to, like, get him thinking a little bit that I could go inside or outside, no matter what. Right here, I'm running the speed option, so the pitch key is going to be the P right there. So I'm just watching this guy. He's going to determine if I run the ball with the quarterback or pitch it. Exactly, best block. My tight end's got to throw a better block. I mean, for a tight end to block a corner like that, it's pretty sad. So obviously, that is not what we're looking for at all whatsoever. You would think a tight end would be able to pick up a cornerback without much of a problem. So right here, I'm going to look deep to Bond. He brought his safeties up. If it's bagged up, then we'll go underneath. He's trying to hover. Yeah, we got him. This is why you don't try to, like, run these hover blitzes and bring everyone forward. It just, like, doesn't make sense to me, especially when there's so much, like, speed at receiver. Like, if you're in cover 2 and you're walking your safeties up, like, that's probably the dumbest thing you can do. So don't do what that guy just did. If you're playing, like, it's okay if you have 3 deep blues back there, maybe, that could probably take that away. But you don't want to be in a situation where you have 2 deep halves and you walk the safeties up. They're not going to play, like, the deep stuff very well. So obviously, now we got to go back to work on defense, and we have honestly quite struggled with our defense trying to slow this guy down. So we'll try to mix up some different stuff here. We'll probably end up dropping back and playing some coverage eventually. I'm going to try to make him make a bad throw off rip. I'm blitzing here. Making a bunch of hot routes. So we'll see what he ends up doing. He almost got me there, I have to admit. Like, he spammed a bunch of stuff. Right here, I'm just going to sit back and play coverage. We'll run something like this just so I have my guys. I messed up. I'm stuck on the line, but we still are able to get a guy free, even though we didn't blitz. So I don't know if you guys know this too, but you can actually get your guys to come in free sometimes if you just mix up where they're blitzing from, because it messes with the line for some reason. Obviously, I'm pass committing so I can get a better pass rush. I'm going to try to watch the middle the best I can with my user. See, like, he doesn't have time to throw. And that's exactly how we want it to be. You don't really want to, you just, like, don't want these guys to be able to sit back and make reads. Same thing here. I mean, he's got to get the first down here. I'm going to take away anything that he can hit quick over the middle and try to make tackles if he does catch it. Yeah, see, like, that's what, like, I want. I want him to be able to, like, just toss the ball up like that. Try to get a return here, which we are. If you can get your opponents to do that, if they're just chucking and praying, then you know you're playing good defense. There's just, like, especially if you have quick jumps on your team, there's no reason to sit back and, like, play coverage. Like, you can. I'm not saying it's a bad thing to do that, but, like, I'm just a personal, like, my personal preference is to make the person throw as quick as possible. I want to get their head spinning a little bit to making really quick reads, like he had to do there. And then I'll shell into, or I'll get into a coverage and bait him into throwing something stupid. So right here, matter of fact, I'm going to run, like, my Tampa 3. All this is basically just, it's Tampa 3. It's Tampa 2 with a middle third. So now he's starting to panic a little bit. He is going to have him because I'm stuck on the line like I always am. And look, if he's got to scramble like that, that's perfectly fine. We're not going to be stuck on the line this time, though. I'm even going to put some contains. Like, he's just scrambling. He doesn't really know what he's doing at this point. He's just spamming the all go verticals play. At least that's what it looks like. So I'll do something like this. I'll put him in a hard flat over there. And I'll just play something quick over the middle. Now he's just taking off running this quarterback. See, he's like scared to throw the ball now. And if he scores here, it's fine. You know, like, I have such a big cushion on him already. There's no point in me like panicking or worrying in the slightest. Also, why is my guy over here? I'm gonna call timeout just so I have more time when I get the ball back, because we likely have to assume that he is gonna score here. I'll mix up the defense just a little bit. Might try to run up the middle. Yeah, he does. Those little quarterback blast plays with a fast quarterback are extremely cheesy. There's really not much you can do to stop it. I mean, I could have blitzed everybody in there, but, like, it doesn't work. Like, it just doesn't work. But I'm in no panic or concern at all. A lot of 5-wide users typically can't play good defense for whatever reason. So as long as I just maintain my lead and get a stop every now and then, that's literally all we need. Like, we're still comfortably in the driver's seat. Now we do need a score here because he does get the ball to start second half. So if we can just get a 3-possession lead in the halftime and just keep that cushion, then we're all set. Pretty good users by him right there. Try to sneak in a little touch pass, see what I can get. Let's call this curl flat play. I'm going to run that same route combination that I ran earlier. The crosser and the Texas route. We'll have the Texas route this time. You see how he took away the crosser. You just put a move on him. We still have 2 timeouts, so, like, obviously we can still run the ball here. There's no reason to get pass happy, even though we only have 50 seconds left. Like, I want to make sure he doesn't have much time left. So we'll call this speed option. We'll read this pitch key. And we'll pitch it, and honestly, a pretty bad pitch animation. I'm not going to call my timeout just yet. I'm going to hold on to it for just one more play. Just just so I can see what I get here. He is in match. Very bad throw. I tried to pass lead that down, thinking I can get it. Now he's staying in cover 3, so that means that we actually should be able to attack the flats, run some kind of like flood concept here. So I might do something like this. And I might put a post on the backside. And we're just reading that corner, whatever the flat does. And we'll just take the flats. Sometimes I do get a little happy looking downfield, trying to force something that's not there. So that's the reason that like took as long as it did for me to make a read. So right here we're gonna hop into tight open. Not sure if this corner is gonna get open, but we'll see. Should be there. Nope, Manning misses the throw. Dude, Arch Manning like has not impressed me at all in this game in terms of like his throwing ability. Like he really does not do a good job. He misses way too many throws. Like that's a throw that's got to be made. Like that throw just has to be made. So right here, I'm trying to do my best to make sure I don't force anything and turn the ball over. I really just want to make sure I get some kind of points, even if it's just a like a field goal. Like that's fine, you know. So he is in cover 3. I'm gonna try to put 2 streaks on the field and see if I can't sneak something. I'm really just watching the safety. So I have one more play left to score. Probably should be kicking a field goal here, but we'll see what we can get. If we get the first down, the clock stops, so... Or we're going to do that, the clock stops anyways. Alright, we're just going to go ahead and take our points here. Again, there's no reason to make this any more complicated than it has to be. Like, worst case scenario, we don't get the touchdown, that's fine. We'll just go up by 3 possessions anyways with a field goal. So now, he's really got to play a perfect game offensively and defensively to win out. He can't just play, like, he can score every drive on offense, but it's not going to matter anymore because I have such a big lead that if he can't get a stop, the game's already over. It doesn't even matter what he does on offense from this point forward. So obviously he's going to come out and empty. He has no other choice. He doesn't know what he's doing outside of this, so we're just going to blitz everybody. Make sure he can't make a read. Nothing quick. We'll back everyone off, and we'll just rally to the ball and make tackles. Don't give him a chance to make a read. Just blitz him, blitz him, blitz him. It's just how the best way I feel it is to play these empty guys. And look, sometimes like empty's hard to stop. Like you're gonna get toasted every now and then, but you also have the opportunity to get 1 or 2 big plays or 2 interceptions, and that's just sometimes all you need. Right back to work on defense we go. I could try to play a little more coverage, which I'm honestly thinking is not a bad idea. I'm going to stick in cover 4. I don't want to do anything else because I just don't want to get beat over top. Like, that's the last thing I need right now. So we'll run something like this. All he knows I'm probably not blitzing. He is going to some kind of I'm stuck on the line. I was about to say, he better not catch that. He's starting to get pretty high route intensive, which is a good sign, honestly. I'm going to leave the flats on the right unguarded. And look, if that's what he's got to hit all the way down the field, then so be it, you know. Of course, he hits me up the seam. That's all he's looking for is this little stupid seam streak, so that's fine. We're just gonna man press him across the board here. Make him get the ball out quick. See, like you just sometimes just gotta send the heat at him. Now his quarterback's taking kind of a beating. I'm gonna press everyone here. He's probably gonna look for a slot on the right. Probably gonna try to look up the seam, maybe. And that's exactly what we try to do. Damn it. The only problem is now, unfortunately, well, he's quitting. But in that situation, I was going to be stuck at the 2-yard line. So maybe he should have probably stayed in and tried to get a safety, but who knows. But that's a pretty good video, I think, to kind of like demonstrate like what's inside my head. Especially when you play against people like that kind of spam that 5 wide crap. I know it's annoying to stop, and I know y'all have probably been victim to playing a bunch of like just 5 wide demons who just like really are hard to stop, man. But if you're gonna take anything from it, just make sure you want to blitz these guys as much as possible. And secondly, you got to pick up on their route tendencies, figure out what they're killing you with, and just try to take that away with the best of your ability. So if they're throwing a bunch of zigs, then just throw a hard flat out there on the side they're throwing a zig to. If they're throwing seam streaks, just press the guy and then maybe put a deep blue on the corner so he'll help over the top of the seam. It's just little things like that. The best way to play these guys, like I said, is to blitz 6. They can block 5, so you're getting a guy free in every time. Their first read has to be right. And look, if they're able to guess right the entire game and beat you, then that's just kind of got to be the world you live in. As far as offense goes, keep it simple. You don't have to do anything too crazy. I'm not having to sit here and make 15 hot routes every play to move the ball. Sometimes if you do see a look from your opponent on defense, it is okay to maybe put like 2 or 3 hot routes if you know they're in a specific defense. So just take that for what it is. I appreciate you guys for watching as always, and be sure to hit the thumbs up button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you guys enjoyed the video. I'll try to do more of these. My schedule's just been so tied up lately, but I do want to do like more teams. Like Georgia I already did, and then I already did Texas. I could do Bama, and then I can move to a tier 3 and maybe do like Oklahoma or something. So there's like plenty of teams I can do this for, and not even just the tier 1s. But we'll figure that out when the time comes. But anyways, guys, damn, I can't speak. That's it for me, and I'll see y'all in the next one.